Hi guys, today I'm going to show you 3 different methods for making shaped crayons. First is the microwave method, second is the double boil method, and third is the oven method. For the microwave method, you'll need crayons, a microwave safe container, preferably with a spout, pot holders you don't mind getting crayons on, and a mold. For the mold, I like to use Jello jigglers because they come in a lot of different shapes and sizes and a lot of different popular kids shapes. For example, today we're using Minions with Bob, Stuart, and Kevin. So the first thing you'll need to do is peel your crayons. I find the easiest way to peel the crayon is to cut it down the middle and then the wrapper just pops right off. Once you have a cup full of crayons, just pop them in the microwave. It takes about 10 minutes for the microwave to melt a cup full of crayons. However, I recommend breaking up that melting time so that you can keep an eye on what's going on in your microwave. It doesn't happen a lot, but occasionally the cup can crack or break, so I'd hate for you to open up your microwave to a broken cup and a bunch of wax you have to clean up. But once your wax is melted, you're going to test it with another crayon. You give it a stir, and if you pull it out and the crayon has melted significantly, that means the mixture is too hot to pour. The mold is just plastic, so it can melt a little bit and deform. You see how that is significantly smaller after just a couple seconds of stirring? That lets me know my mixture is too hot to pour, so I'm going to let it cool down before I pour it into my mold. So once you do your test and you have a crayon that doesn't melt, you can see here the wax is just built up on the outside of the crayon. That means it's cool enough to pour. So using your pot holder, because the outside container is still going to be pretty hot, so you don't want to grab it with your hand, you can just fill up your molds right to the very top. One other thing I should mention with the microwave method is you don't want to use the glitter crayons because there's just enough glitter metal in the crayons where your microwave will spark. So you want to be really careful with that. Don't use glitter crayons in the microwave. So once your mold is full, you're going to wait for it to cool completely. If you have room in your fridge, you can pop it in there to speed up the process. Once your mold has cooled, your crayons have all solidified, you can pop them out of the mold. You want to twist them just like you would an ice cube tray, and you can hear them breaking up away from the sides. Ooh, that one came out real quick. And you can just pop them out one after another. Don't hold it too high up from the table or else you might chip a crayon. That would be annoying after all that work you just put in. And then you have little shaped minion crayons. So that is method 1, the microwave method. Next is the double boil method. For your second method, you're going to need crayons, your pot holder, a pot of water, a tin can, and your mold. For this method, I'm using a NASCAR Jello jiggler mold. First, you need to start your pot of water boiling, then peel your crayons and fill your can. Place your can in the boiling water and wait for the crayons to melt. So once your crayons are melted, you want to take it off the stove to cool. You want to do that same test for the wax to see if it's too hot. You're going to stir with another crayon. And this one's good to go. You can see it didn't melt the crayon at all. So you just want to pour your mold full. The stovetop method is fine to use glitter crayons. I mentioned before, don't use them in the microwave, but if you have glitter crayons, you can definitely melt them on the stove and use them for this one. So once your mold is full, you're going to let that cool completely before you pop them out. Again, if you have room in your fridge, pop them in your fridge to speed the process along. Once your crayons have completely cooled, you want to do that same twist like you would on an ice cube tray, and then you can pop them out. The NASCAR ones are a little harder. Lastly is the oven method. For this method, you'll need crayons, your trusty oven mitt, a silicone mold, and a baking tray to put the mold on. First, preheat your oven to 200 degrees. Any higher and you're going to risk filling your kitchen with a really toxic looking black smoke that smells terrible and will 100% set off your smoke alarms. So 200 degrees, no higher. Peel your crayons and break them into small pieces. I break mine into about 1/4 inch because the smaller they are, the less airspace there is in the mold. Fill up your mold. Don't worry about overfilling because when the crayons melt, they'll fill in all that airspace. Pop it in the oven and let bake for about 20 minutes. After they're melted, take them out, and if you find the crayons have dropped too much, you can top it off with crayons melted in the microwave. Make sure they're cooled completely before taking them out of the mold. Once you've stretched out all the sides, your crayons will just pop out nice and easy. Look how cute they come out with all the different colors. Each one's a little different and unique. There you go, 3 different methods for making shaped crayons: microwave, double boil, and oven. I really like to put these in the Operation Christmas Child boxes, especially as filler in the bigger boxes along with a pack of the regular shaped crayons. But they're also good for younger kids who are still working on their fine motor control because they're nice and chunky and won't be broken easily. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!